4 days. I separated them when I found this container.
Okay.
Because you need this container because you want it to just sit down there like that and not be sealed.
Oh, okay.
Because it needs to get a certain amount of air to it.
So you took the seal off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And,
It's in the it's in the cupboard here.
Okay.
I don't know
So-
where to put that, but I'll put it right there.
That's fine.
Oh, did that come off the Marcus?
Yeah.
Buddy.
Oh, buddy.
He got out and walked in
Found
the
the
bushes
Plumbago
outside.
bush.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we supposed to do with it now?
Now, when you get ready to use this after it's been in the refrigerator, you're going to take out, depending on how much is here, you're going to leave about half of that and take out half of it and toss it. Throw it away.
So she's saying half.
Okay.
Yeah, take out about half of that
All right.
and toss it and throw it away. Then take,
Why?
because otherwise, when you feed these things, it'll get bigger. It'll
Okay.
rise up to here.
Okay.
So what you want to do is take out half of that. It wouldn't matter if you took out a little more than half even. And then you're going to put a half cup of flour in there and probably a quarter cup of water. I was going to do that while we were here so
Yeah.
you would
Okay.
see
Yeah.
the thickness of it when I'm finished.
What kind of flour?
You can use any kind you want the yeast to be, but I use just bread flour or all-purpose flour
Okay.
because
But not a
they
whole
like
grain.
it better.
Not a
They
whole
like
grain.
it better. I don't use whole grain for
Okay.
the yeast but you can, but they don't like it as well, and
I
I
wouldn't
find
think so.
that it changes the texture a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I just feed them regular.
Okay.
But then you just stir that around good, and I let it sit on the counter until it rises, which it'll rise, it'll double at least.
Wow.
And as soon as it looks like it's getting up there, then I just put it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And then after it's been there, and it'll go back down some. Then after about, I feed it, if I've got it refrigerated, I feed it once a week. And
Okay.
even if you let it go 3 or 4 weeks, you can still take it out and feed it, and it'll come back. But
Okay.
it might take a couple of feedings. In that case, I'll leave it out while I feed it 2 days in a row,
Oh,
and
gosh,
just
we're gonna
leave
have
it
to
sitting on
name
the
it.
counter.
We're gonna have to name it.
Yeah, you can see that it's definitely been working. It's got bubbles. And
Oh, yeah?
everything.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let's do it. So let's
Okay.
get a measuring cup, honey, and
And a big spoon so we can
and
take
we-
out some.
we need some flour.
Is that
That's bigger than we need a half cup.
a half cup? Do you want, what kind of measurement? You want one of these, or you want
No,
a scoop?
just a scoop.
Okay, we've got flour there.
There, yeah. And I would never put more than that in there. And you need to have a lot of it out if you put that much in. I
Okay.
usually put a third instead of that because that's how much I use. A third. I think that's right. That's better
Okay,
because you're not going to need to have that much yeast.
Okay, and a
Okay.
spoon.
so we need to
Large
scoop it out.
And we're just going to take that and we're going to get that out and put it in the disposal.
We don't have a disposal, so.
Oh, okay. So you
Oh,
just
wow, it's
see
pretty
how,
thick, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
this is what it looks like when you take it
It
out.
looks like
Okay,
that,
so if
though.
you were gonna make bread though, you would be using that. So how much would you use to make bread?
Well, like I told you, you put 8 ounces of water in your cup, maybe even a tiny bit less than 8 ounces.
Yeah.
Then you put enough to bring it up to 12 ounces of this.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
then
maybe we should be saving that to make bread.
Well,
Can we do that?
You're gonna feed it. When do you want to make bread?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I haven't planned that far ahead, but I hate throwing things out.
Well, you have to throw this out because it grows.
Okay.
It grows.
Okay.
So we're gonna throw out that.
I just tend to kill things, so I was thinking maybe we should have a
Well,
backup.
if you kill it, I'll give you some more because I always throw a bunch of it out. So I just
It apparently grows back pretty easily.
well, it grows. It does
I just
grow.
I hate throwing things
Okay.
out. I'm like that.
No, you can see how much I have out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna take a good
See?
picture with the video camera so that I don't freak out when we go to do this by ourselves.
You can see through the jar.
Okay, so
There's a lot of it's empty.
wow, it's not much left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're
Those
going.
little suckers like to reproduce, apparently.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they definitely do. Okay, now we're going to put at least that much. I'm going to put almost a heaping there.
Okay.
That much
Mhm.
flour. I'm just going to put that in there like that.
All right.
And then I'm going to I need water. Now your well water doesn't have chlorine, right?
Right. You can use
You
this,
can't
and this
feed
is
'em.
all. This
This-
is all.
Oh, filtered.
Filtered.
Yeah, it's filtered.
Okay. Okay, so.
How much do you want?
Well, we'll start out with
She's gonna
a little bit.
Estimate.
About that much. Whoops.
So just under a
That's
third
okay.
cup. Just below the rim.
Got it right there, that kind of interferes with my.
yeah. Why don't you get her a paper towel?
Now see how this looks? You want to stir that around so you get the feel of it.
Okay.
And how long does
As long
it take
as
to
you
grow back into that mass?
Well, I would say that within 3 hours it'll be starting to grow. 'Cause we're gonna leave it sitting on the counter. It was cold, so it takes a little longer because it was cold.
Okay.
Is it okay to?
You just wipe it till you're gonna eat it.
Well, I didn't know if skin cells kill it.
No, they don't. It'll eat a lot of different things, actually. Some people feed it potato water and all kinds of different crap. But
Really?
This is all you really need.
Okay, so now it sits on the counter
Now it
for
just sits on the counter, and when you notice
3
again,
hours.
it may be up to here.
really.
Yeah.
So that fast.
It
And
will,
should it be
yeah.
warm or should it be
And I just leave it sitting on about like it is here.
okay?
It needs warmth.
Okay.
It needs warmth.
Why don't you put it on the windowsill?
I'm
Because that's
going
where we
to,
put
'cause-
dirty dishes
Because I'm
sometimes.
going to
And,
forget it if
yeah.
it's down in here. I'll see it when I go to the sink.
right, me too. Okay, so it's in this
Okay,
in
so
there.
it's been fed.
So 3 hours and the time is 11:51.
Yeah, by the time it's been there 3 hours.
And that's why Darren was
But-
making fun of our counter because I
But
can't
don't
even
worry
see
if
the
it
clock.
takes longer or less. Because,
Okay.
It just has to get warm. Once
So-
it
so
starts to
it'll
warm
rise up.
It's like bread flour. So bread flour normally starts to grow after about 2 hours. So by 3 hours you should see it.
Okay,
You should see
and then
some-
what do we do with it?
Well, after it gets, I would say after it doubles, put
Okay,
it in the refrigerator.
okay, and that stops the
So
growth
this
or
can-
slows it?
Well, it just kind of stops the growth.
Okay,
But it's still alive, and it'll stay alive in the refrigerator for no telling how long.
okay.
I've even failed to feed mine for a month at a time and been able to get it out and grow again.
I bet you could freeze that and bring it out, and it would probably live
I don't know whether you can do
like
that
a
or
starter.
not. I don't know whether
Well, you could experiment with that,
Yeah.
with the stuff that you
They
throw out.
usually say that you need to dry it if you're going to freeze it.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
you spread it on a piece of paper or something and dry it, and then that's how they send it to you from Breadtopia.
Okay.
Is it's been dried before
Okay.
you freeze it? Because I don't think that it'll live. I think it'll kill it to put it in there that way. But if you dry it first,
Mm-hmm.
it's still alive.
Okay.
And that's what really yeast is that you buy.
Okay.
It's dried.
Oh, right.
So
All right.
that's the picture.
All right. So we've got the directions.